Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol 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 Hare Krishna Prabhu
Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakayam Chachurunmedidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthavidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupagada Mahyam Dadati Swapadandhigam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Udapatagamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagarajadam Saganirgunathanvidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadudam Parijana Saidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Saganalilidam Shri Vishaganvidam Sam He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagalpade Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Taptaganjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Shabana Sude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpadrubescha Kripa Sindhuvyevacha Padidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna. So welcome back to the Children Bhagavad Gita class. We are on to the first chapter itself, observing the armies, which are today's verses.
28, 29, 30.
Yes, right. 3 verses are there. So we'll start reading these verses first. 28 verse. Arjuna Vacha Vishtemam Swajanam Krishna Yulsam Samupastitam Sidandi Mamagatrani Sugam Mugham Cha Parishushyadi Arjuna Vacha Drishtemam Swajanam Krishna Yulsam Samupastitam Sidandi Mamagatrani Mugham Cha Parishushyati Arjuna Vacha Drishtvaimam Swajanam Krishna Yulsam Samupasthidam Sidandi Mamagatrani Mukham Cha Parishushyati. Hare Krishna. Yes, Maya, you can read.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, Maya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Arjuna Uvacha Drishtvemam Swajanam Krishna Yuyutsum Samupastitam Sidandi Mamagatrani Ugamcha Parishushyati. Hare Krishna.
Right. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. Jai. Okay, Parvati, you have the book with you now?
Yes, Prabhu, I have.
What book is there?
Yes, Prabhu, I think.
And of course, I don't know whether we have English book now because we are dealing with English now. Anyway, you can read now. Read the verse. This is common in all books.
Arjuna uvacha drishtve swajanam Krishna yutsum sumapastitam sidandi mama gatrani mugam cha parishushyati.
Okay, right. Chandra.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Arjuna Uvaja Dushte Mam Swajanam Krishna Yutsum Sampupastitam Sidandi Mama Gatrani Mukham Cha Parishushyati.
Okay, right. Okay, yes, you have practiced well now, I think. You recited very well. Okay, that shows. Good, keep it up. Hare Krishna. Right, Lakshmi.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Arjuna Uvacha Drishtve Mam Swajanam Krishna Vitsum Samupastitam Nagatra
Okay, right. Right, Durga.
Durgi le Prabhu Durga vai and Durga.
Right, because she's not well. Right, okay. That's it, I think. Swagata, do you have the book?
No Prabhu.
I've got the English copy now. You can give me address in WhatsApp.
Okay.
You have my number?
No Prabhu.
You can take it from Sri Lakshmi. Okay, you take it from Sri Lakshmi and send me your address. I'll send the book to you. Okay. Right. So, translation. Arjuna said.
Can you read the translation?
Yeah, you can read. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Arjuna said, "My dear Krishna, seeing my friends and relatives present before me in such a fighting spirit, I feel the lips of my body quivering and my mouth drying up." Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Right, I think we have some time, so you can read the purport also if you want. Purport. Why you can read the purport also. Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Krishna. Hari Bol. Right. Come in time. Maya is not listening. I mean, she's not able to listen to me. Hear me. Okay. Remi Malji, you can read this purport then.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Any man who has genuine devotion to the Lord has all the good qualities which are found in godly persons or in the demigods. Whereas the non-devotee, however advanced he may be in material qualifications by education and culture, lacks in godly qualities. As such, Arjuna, just after seeking his kinsmen, friends, and relatives on the battlefield, was at once overwhelmed by compassion for them who had so decided to fight amongst themselves. As far as his soldiers were concerned, he was sympathetic from the beginning, but he felt compassion even for the soldiers of the opposite party, foreseeing their imminent death. And so thinking, the limbs of his body began to quiver and his mouth became dry. He was more or less astonished to see their fighting spirit. Practically, the whole community, all blood relatives of Arjuna, had come to fight with him. This overwhelmed a kind of devotee like Arjuna. Although it is not mentioned here, still one can easily imagine that not only were Arjuna's bodily limbs quivering and his mouth drying up, but that he was also crying out of compassion. Such symptoms in Arjuna were not due to weakness, due to his soft heart, but to his heartedness, a characteristic of a pure devotee of the Lord. It is said, therefore, yasyasti bhaktir bhagavadi akinjana sarver gunais tatra samasade sura arava abhaktasya kudo mahadguna mano radhena sadi davado bahi. One who has unflinching devotion for the personality of Godhead has all the good qualities of the demigod. But one who is not a devotee of the Lord has only material qualifications that are of little value. This is because he is hovering on the mental plane and is certain to be attracted by the glaring material energy. Prabhuji, please, can you recite the shlokas? I was not right.
Okay, it's almost right. Yasyasti bhakti bhagavadi akinchana sarve gunes tatta samasade suraha hari abhaktasya kudo mahadgunam manorathena sadi davado bahi. I'll explain it in the class also. Okay.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Right. Next verse 29. Vipudascha sharire me romahashascha jayate gandhivam samsade hastam tvakchaiva paridahyade. Vepadascha sharire me romahashascha jayate gandhivam samsade hastam tvakchaiva paridahyade. Vepaduscha sharire me Romahashascha jayade Gandhivam samsade hasta Tvakchaiva paridahyade. Okay, Snigdha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. You were not there last class?
Haan Prabhuji, sorry.
Had some engagement. Okay, you can listen to a video.
Sure Prabhuji.
You are the group?
Yes Prabhuji. Bepathuschcha sarire me romahashascha jayate gandivam samsade hastat tvajteva paridahyate.
Okay, right. Renuka Mataji, can you read?
Vepatascha charire me romahashascha jayate Gandhivam samsade hasta tvakchaiva paridahyate.
Right. Okay, good. All right. Parvati. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
All right. Can read.
वेपतुश्च शरीरे मे रोमहर्षश्च जायते गाण्डीवं स्रंसते हस्तात् त्वक्चैव परिदह्यते.
Okay, right. Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vepaduscha sharire me romahashascha gandivam samsade hastat tvakchaiva
Paridahyade. Tvakchaiva paridahyade. Right. Good. Right. Maya.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Om Namo Bhagavate Vepaduscha sharire me romahashascha jayate gandivam sramsade hastat tvakchaiva paridahyate.
Right. Hare Krishna. Lakshmi.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Romahashascha jayate gandivam samsade hastat tvakchaiva paridahyate. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. All right. Yes, Chandra.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
वेपतुश्च शरीरे मे रोमहर्ष च जायते गाण्डीवं संसते हस्तात् त्वक्चैव परिदेयते
Paridahyade.
परिदह्यते.
Okay, good. Right. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Right. Shashikala Mataji, you can read. Then you are reading silently when others were reading. Shashikala Mataji.
वेबदुस्य शरीरे मे रोमहर्षश्च जायते गाण्डीवं संसदे हस्तात् त्वक्चैव परिदह्यते.
Okay, right. Anyone left? Swagata doesn't have book. Okay, right. Then we'll read the translation. Who will read the translation?
Prabhu.
Okay, Rahul. So Krishna, you can read. Right.
My whole body is trembling and my hair is standing on end. My bow Gandiva is slipping from my hands and my skin is burning. Hare Krishna.
Okay, read the purport also. Can read the purport also. Can you read? Or it's difficult for you?
Yes, Prabhu.
But you try.
There are two kinds of trembling of the body and two kinds of standings for the hair on end. Such phenomena occur either in great spiritual
Ecstasy
or out of great fear under material conditions. There is no fear in
transcendental realization.
Transcendental
Realization.
Relaxation. Arjuna's
symptoms
in the situation are out of material free, namely loss of life. There
right.
is revenge from other symptoms also. He became so impatient that his famous bow Gandiva was slipping from his hands, and because his heart was burning within him, he was feeling a burning sensation of the skin. All these are due to a material
conception
of life.
Good. Right. Hare Krishna. Right. Verse 30. Naja shaknomyavastadum brahmati vacha me manam nimittani cha pashyami viparidani keshava. Naja shaknomyavastadum brahmati vacha me manam nimittani cha pashyami viparidani keshava. Nacha shaknomyavastadam brahmati vacha me manam nimittani cha pashyami viparidani keshava. Snigdhamaji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Nacha shaknomyavastadum brahmativa cha me manah nimittani cha pasyami viparitani keshava.
Right. Parvati.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Nacha shaknomyavastadum brahmativa cha me manah nimittani cha pashyami viparitani keshava. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Bol. Right. Rendukamaji. Okay, Lakshmi.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Krishna.
Nashaknomyavastadum brahmativa cha me mana nimittani cha pashyami viparitani keshava. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Maya.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Nacha shaknomyavastadum brahmativa cha me mana Nimittani cha pashyami viparitani Keshava.
Very well, right. Chandra.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
न शक्नोमि प्रस्तातुं ब्रह्म चैव च मे मनः निमित्तानि च पश्यामि विपरीतानि केशव.
Good.
Hare Krishna
Hare,
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, right. Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
No me avastadum brahma brahma chivasya me mana nimittani च पश्यामि विपरीतानि केशव. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Okay, right. Near the Shital Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Na cha shaknomi avastadum brahmadeva cha me manasa nimittani cha pashyami viparitani Keshava. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Revolve. Right. Right. Rami Maji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Na shaknomi avastadum brahmadeva cha me mana nimittani cha pashyami viparitani Keshava. Hare Krishna
Right.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Lakshmi, have you read? Lakshmi, did you read?
No, Prabhu.
No, then you can. Why did you tell me?
I have a Malayalam book, Prabhu.
You have?
Malayalam book only, Prabhu.
That's okay, but have you read the verse I am asking? Have you read the verse? I don't remember. You have read. Okay, that's okay. Right. Then Shashikala Mataji.
न च शक्नोम्यवस्थातुं ब्रह्मदीव च मे मनः निमित्तानि च पश्यामि विपरीतानि केशव.
Okay, right. So we'll read. Snigdha Mataji, you can read the translation.
Prabhuji, my book is in Odia.
Oh, I'm sorry. He told me once. I forgot that. Right. So.
Prabhu, you forgot me. Kavita Mataji.
Kavita Mataji. Okay, please read.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Na cha shaknomi avastadum brahmadeva cha me mana nimittani viparitani Keshava. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Some lagging was there. So it's okay. Right. Okay, you can read that translation then.
I am writing.
Krishna Prabhu.
Kavita Mataji, you can read the translation.
Translation. I am now unable to stand here any longer. I am forgetting myself and my mind is reeling. I foresee only evil, O killer of the Keshi demon. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Okay, right. You can read the purport also. Purport.
Due to his impatience, Arjuna was unable to stay on the battlefield and he was forgetting himself on account of the weakness of his mind. Excessive attachment for material things puts a man in a bewildering condition of existence. Bhayam. 1 minute, Prabhu. Okay, right. Such fearfulness and loss of mental equilibrium take place in persons who are too affected by material conditions. Arjuna, envisioned only unhappiness in the battlefield, he would not be happy even by gaining victory over the foe. The word nimitta is significant. When a man sees only frustration in his expectations, he thinks, why am I here? Everyone is interested in himself and his own welfare. No one is interested in the supreme self. Arjuna is supposed to show disregard for self-interest by submission to the will of Krishna, who is everyone's real self-interest. The conditioned soul forgets this and therefore suffers material pains. Arjuna thought that his victory in the battle would only be a cause of lamentation for him. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthavidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Dhruvagadama Him Dadari Supadam Digam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Udavadagamam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupan Sahajam Sagadam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare. Right, Hare Krishna. So we read the verse once more, verse 28. Arjuna Vacha Drishtemam Swajanam Krishna Yulsam Samubastitam Sidandi Mamagatrani Mukhamcha Parishishyati. Arjuna said, my dear Krishna, seeing my friends and relatives present before me in such fighting spirit, I feel the limbs of my body quivering and my mouth drying up. So in the last verse, we have seen Arjuna, he was overtaken by compassion. He had great compassion for his relatives, which have been described. So many uncles, fathers, grandfathers, friends, relatives, sons, grandsons, acharyas, spiritual masters, and all those. So many. We have in the verse 26. It has been described 10 kinds of persons who were arrayed in the battlefield. And Arjuna was feeling very, very unhappy because now he thinks that once a war starts, he will have to kill all these persons. So he was feeling very unhappy. And because he was a very soft-hearted person. Now, soft-hearted doesn't mean weakness. Weakness is different. Soft-heartedness is different. Weakness means one who is afraid or who is not mentally very strong. But soft means one who has got a very soft heart, who has compassion for others, like Vaishnava. Vaishnava, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was asked, what are the qualities of Chaitanya Vaishnava? He replied, Jivera Daya, Mamera Ruchi, Vaishnava Seva. These are the 3 qualities of a Vaishnava. Which are that? Anyone listen properly? No response. Everybody silent.
Compassion to all the animals. Jivedaya. Compassion to all.
Correct. Yes, right, Mataji. Jivera Daya. Compassion to all living entities. Then, Namera Ruchi. Taste for chanting. Namera Ruchi means taste for chanting. And last one is Vaishnava Seva. Vaishnava Seva, rendering service to Vaishnava. There are 3 ways we can render service to Vaishnava. One is to eat his remnants. Now, whenever we see very senior Vaishnava or group persons who are very senior, we invite them to our house, or suppose they come to a temple also. We invite them, serve them very nice prasadam. And when he eats that, whatever is left, that is called Mahaprasadam. When you eat that, you are purified. Second one is when you wash his feet, drink that water. Sprinkle it on your head and sprinkle it in your mouth. Like you, when you go to Vrindavan, you go to this Tirtha, so many sarovas are there, so many lakes are there. Manasa Ganga is there. Then Prem Sarovar is there. So many nice lakes and reservoirs you can find in Vrindavan. When you go there, what you do is you don't touch it with your feet. You take some water with your hands, sprinkle it on your head and your mouth. So that's how you purify yourself. Same way, you can purify even a better way. If you sprinkle the water, wash the feet of the spiritual master. The third one is take his dust from his lotus feet. Take the dust of his lotus feet. These are the three ways to serve Vaishnava. That is called Vapu Seva. This is called generally known as Vapu Seva. What is Vapu?
Body.
Yes, Vapu means body. So these are three ways we can render service to him. And which are the three ways?
Vapu Seva.
Yes, Vapu Seva 3. It's categorized into 3 types. Which are that? Which are the 3 just mentioned, no?
Washing the lotus feet of Vaishnavas and drinking the water.
Yes.
And sprinkling it over the head.
Right. Yes. And then?
And taking the dust from the lotus feet of Vaishnavas and eating the Mahaprasada, the leftover of Vaishnavas.
Why, good. You're listening very nicely. Right. So these are 3 ways. Then another big service is a very good way you can listen and serve the Vaishnava spiritual master. That is called Vani Seva. Vani Seva, when whatever the spiritual master is telling you, you have to listen very, very ardently. Listen very keenly. Listen very attentively. So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. Who is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj?
Guru of Srila Prabhupada.
Yes, the Guru of Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. Very much like Bhakti Vedanta Swami of Srila Prabhupada. Why? Because he was always telling his other disciples, see this Abhay Charan, Prabhupada's first name was Abhay Charan. I see this Abhay Charan, such a nice devotee. He comes every day and he sits in front of me and listens to me talking for hours together. He listens very, very keenly, very attentively he listens. He'll not look that side, not that look side, just listen, rapt attention. So this is a quality of a devotee or a disciple. You have to listen with rapt attention. Whatever the spiritual master tells you, understand his instruction, understand the way he teaches us Shastra, listen to his advice, some guidance and instructions, and follow his order. That is the main thing. You have to follow the order of the spiritual master, word for word. Every word. You cannot change whatever the spiritual master told you. You cannot interpret it your own way. What he has told you, you have to follow word for word. That's what Srila Prabhupada himself writes in Srimad Bhagavatam. One of the purport let's say that to honor the spiritual master means to obey his words, obey his order, word by word or word for word. So that is Vani Seva. So Arjuna was a very great devotee. He's a Vaishnava. He's also a fighter. Now we are on to this, I think the 4th section, I think 3rd section is over already. Which was the 3rd section? Last section was which one? Verse from 20 to 27.
Krishna Bhakta Vatsala.
Yes, Krishna Bhakta Valsala. So we have finished that. Now we are on to the last section, which is called
5 reasons of Arjuna.
Yeah, 5 reasons why Arjuna refuses to fight. Arjuna is refusing to fight and is giving 5 reasons. He's putting up some reasons why I'm not fighting Krishna. And one of the reasons is given in 28 to 30. That is compassion. First verse is compassion, which is given these 3 verses today. Compassion. Arjuna is a Vaishnava, but he's a fighter also. Now, who is which Varna Arjuna belongs to?
Kshatriya.
Yeah, is a Kshatriya. So, what is the duty of a Kshatriya?
To fight.
Yes, you have to fight. You have to fight for what?
Karma.
Yes, you have to defeat the adhamis, religious persons. You have to fight, and for the protection of his citizens, which is generally called praja. In Sanskrit, it's called praja. Praja means citizens of the country. Citizens of the country is well protected by a very strong Kshatriya, very strong king. The king is very strong, the citizens will be very happy. Like while Sri Ramachandra was ruling, while Yudhishthira was ruling, when Parikshit Maharaja was ruling, all the citizens were very happy because they were very well protected by these kings. So it is a duty of the Kshatriya to protect his citizens. And when there is religiosity, you have to defeat these persons who are religious. Another way the Kshatriya king, his duty is to engage all his citizens in their occupations. And which are the occupations of these Varnas? What is the occupation of Brahmana?
Worship.
What a Brahmana should do?
Teaching.
Doing the rituals.
Yes, he should teach, he should learn, and he should teach, isn't it? The main function is Brahmana. Brahmana means he should learn, he should teach. Then second one is he should learn to know the yajnas, then he should teach yajnas. Then he should receive charity, give charity. These are the main functions of Brahmana. The function of duty of Kshatriya is to protect the citizens, give them infrastructure, and take taxes from them, levy taxes. So he should ensure that all the citizens, the Brahmana means he should be able to do this Brahmanical duty. Kshatriya means Kshatriya should be engaged in Kshatriya duty. Vaishya means Vaishya should be engaged in Vaishya's duties. Which are the Vaishya's duties?
Trade.
Yes, trade is a yes, trade. Then
Business.
yeah, business and trade is almost the same thing. Yes, business, trade. Then cow protection, agriculture. Krishi go vanijya. Krishi means agriculture. Goraksha means protection of cows. And vanijya means commerce or business or trading. So these are the activities of Vaishya and Shudra. How he should serve? What is his duty?
Serving above 3 varnas.
Yes, other 3 varnas, serve the other 3 varnas is the duty of Shudra. So the king should ensure that all these varnas are properly engaged. So he should never hesitate to fight. When there's occasion for fighting, he should not say, "Oh, I'm very compassionate, Mahimsa, I should not do this disturbance or inflict injuries or kill these people. I'm a peace-loving person. I don't like violence. Himsa, violence, fighting is violence. So violence is bad. I should not fight." This is not the thing of Kshatriya. Kshatriya should never think this way. Violence, if it is required, you have to do violence. You have to do a war. So, but why Arjuna is saying why he doesn't want? He says, "Vishtuemam swajanam Krishna." He says swajanam. What is the meaning of swajanam?
Relatives.
Yes, my own people. Simple way is my own people. Swajana means my own people. So, which includes relatives, friends, and all those things. Now, Arjuna is from Pandava side. Pandavas are all his brothers, and Pandava people who come to support Pandavas are his friends and relatives and friends. So, this Pandavas is already established that he is Swajana. Now, he says Kaurava is also Swajana. See, that is so broad-minded. No? So, Arjuna is so broad-minded. He's not like Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra, what he says?
Mamaka Pandava Jiva.
Yes, Mamaga Pandava. My people are Kauravas, other people are Pandus. Pandu sons. Pandavas is different from my cousins, from my sons. But Arjuna sees no difference between Pandavas and Kauravas. For him, they're both. But still, what he says, Swajana, my people. So my people means such a, what is that thinking? There are others also. Swa means my, para means others. So Arjuna, this is a bodily thinking. Because all these relatives are related to him or connected to him. All these people who are in the battlefield are connected to him in by body, in a body manner, through his body only, either friends or relatives, etc. So he has a special compassion for his people. So Srila Prabhupada writes, when suppose you're going in a train or in a bus, somebody picks your pocket and takes 100 or 1,000 rupees from your pocket, immediately you will catch the person, hand him over to police. But if he is some member from your own family, like your wife or son, then you will not take any action. Suppose a daughter or son takes some money from father's purse. Do you do that? Krishna, you take some money from your father's purse sometimes?
No, Prabhu.
Yes. Chandra always takes.
Pocket money.
Okay, you are giving pocket. Without asking, they give you. Okay. Chandra always takes money from his pocket. Isn't it, Chandra? Chandra is very clever.
No, Prabhu.
Yes, Chandra.
No, Prabhu.
Okay. So you are all very nice children. No, very nice people. Sometimes a wife may take some money from the husband's purse. Does it happen? Rimi Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, how? Okay. Your mother is with you?
Sometimes, Prabhu.
Don't let her listen that what you're saying now. Okay, sometimes wife does that. Then the husband becomes angry. Husband scolds the wife, or okay, I'm going to hand over to police. Does he does that? You not do that, no? You not. Okay. She needs something. Some requirement is there. She needs money, so she has taken it. Okay, no problem. Chalega. But somebody else does that. Immediately will catch him, scold him, beat him up. Sometimes handing out to police also. So that's the difference between Swajana and Parajana. Parajana means other people. Swajana means my people. So this is attachment. This is called attachment. Strong attachment. So attachment starts, Srimad Bhagavatam says, attachment starts from a relationship between man and woman. There is a passage in Srimad Bhagavatam, this 5th canto, Rishabhadeva. Who is Rishabhadeva? Rishabhadev. Yes.
He is a famous king.
Yes. Right. Yeah, he's a famous. He's an expansion of Krishna. In the first canto, you will find the 22 incarnations. The 22 incarnations, you'll find Rishabhadeva also. Rishabhadeva is supposed to be an incarnation or expansion of Krishna. So he's a small incarnation, not a major one, but a small incarnation. But as we say, he's a major king. And while he was retiring to forest, he gave a lot of instructions to his sons, including King Bharata. King Bharata, I think our children knows. Who is King Bharata? What is the special significance of King Bharata? How you remember Bharata? He was also very attached. He was attached to him.
Rama's brother.
That is different. Yeah, more. Okay, you are getting, but this Bharata is different. Rishabhadeva's sons is Bharata is different from Rama's brother. Okay, good attempt.
After his name, our country's name is Bharat.
Yes, Bharat. And towards the end of his life, he was very attached to a deer, isn't it? One deer. Our children knows the last class we have discussed. Last round. So much mention about me. Andakare Chimame was spanant tektua kalevaram. That yam yabi spanant mukta tejitende kalevaram. Bhagavan says. The last minute when you just before you leave your body, whatever that thought that comes to your mind, according to that thought, you will get a new body.
Yes.
That is
It is
Bhagavad
the
Gita.
story of Jada Bharat story. It is the story
Yes,
of Jada.
exactly, Jadabharata. So Jadabharata, last moment, he was singing up. Okay, we'll not go into story. It's a long one. Anyway, Bharata is a son of Rishabha, and Rishabha gives an advice in that what we are pointing is attachment. See, Pumsa Striya Mithuna Bhava Medam Tayor Mitho Hriday Grandhi Maho. Other Sudapta Vitte Janasimohoyam Aham Mameti. So he says that when there is a strong relation, when you start a husband and wife starts a relationship, there is a strong bond between them, very strong bond in the heart. Knot. The word is knot. Knot means what? What is a knot? When you tie a string very strongly, that is called a knot. You knot it like your hair also, you tie it, sometimes with a ribbon and all that. So there's a strong knot, and after that, there's attachment, great deal of attachment between husband and wife. And then the sons come, then property comes, house comes, so many properties there here. Then friends are there, relatives are there, and everyone together, they feel the aham, I am this body, and mama, my own people. Like Arjuna says, my own people. So these are all my own people. So I have a great attachment. This is called attachment. This is attachment based on the body. Okay. But devotees also have very great attachment. Isn't it? Devotees also have great attachment to whom?
Krishna.
Yes, Krishna and whom? And then only to Krishna?
Devotees.
Yes, devotees. So devotees, they have a great association with devotees, and which we call as what?
Video Fakida.
Satsanga, isn't it? Satsanga. What you are doing is some sort of satsanga now. Right. So this is based on our soul. Bhakti is a matter of soul only. It's related to soul only. So when you have satsanga, it's not a bodily association. Like you have so many organizations, Lions Club, Rotary Club, that club, this club. So many organizations are there where you gather people and where people sit down and drink and do a lot of nonsense. But this is not like that. Anyway, Arjuna says Swajanam, because he thinks that both Pandavas and Kauravas are his own people. He becomes very compassionate towards them. And as a manifestation, there are so many symptoms are manifested on his body, which is described here. Sidandi mamagatrani. What is Sidandi mamagatrani? Sidandi means curing. My limbs are curing. Curing means shaking. A strong shaking. It's called curing. Then what? Mugam cha parishushadi. Mugam cha parishushadi. Mouth getting dry. Isn't it? Sometimes this happens. You are very afraid. Suppose you are going to exam or you are going to some interview, facing an interview. Sometimes you may be knowing the answer, that people are asking you a lot of questions, but sometimes you are unable to answer because your throat has become very dry. Voice is not coming out. Throat becomes very dry, parched up. When the throat is parched up, no words will come out. So Arjuna says, my throat is drying up, my mouth is drying up. All the saliva has been lost. There is no lubrication in the mouth now. And Krishna says that, okay, Prabhupada also says that although it is not stated in the verse, it is also very clear that Arjuna is also crying. He's also crying. So these are symptoms of a very, very soft-hearted, very generous Vaishnava's quality. So Krishna says also, what says in his puppet, that this is a quality which can be manifest only in Vaishnava, who is a devotee of Krishna. Yes, yasti bhakti bhagavati akinchina. Akinchina means without a shadow, the shade of matter. Akinchina means you don't have any other interest other than to serve Krishna. You don't have any other desires. You don't have any material desires. A person without material desires, bereft of material desires, that person is called akinchana. Akinchit. Kinchit. Kinchit means little. Akinchit means not even little. Not even little what? Not even little material ambitions, material desires, material attachment. That person, he serves Krishna. Yasyasti bhakti bhagavati akinchana, who renders devotional service to Krishna. What happens? Save gunai tattva samasade suraha. All the divine qualities, all the Devic qualities appear or manifest very naturally. You don't have to make any extra effort, any additional effort to acquire these qualities. They become self-evident, self-manifest, because you are rendering devotional service to him. To whom you are rendering devotional service? Krishna, who is a reservoir of all the good qualities. Krishna, who is a reservoir of all the pleasures. Krishna, who is a reservoir of all the ananda, bliss. So when you render devotional service to Krishna, all those nice qualities, the devotee becomes enriched. He becomes endowed with these nice qualities. But if you are not a devotee, if you are not a devotee of Krishna, you may have some qualities which Srimad Bhagavatam says they are not qualities at all. Like I say, you are a very tall person, very handsome person, very rich person, very strong, athletic, very honest, and all those qualities, material qualities you can mention. That person is having these qualities. But Srimad Bhagavatam says these are not qualities, because these are all what? Hare abhaktasya kudo mahadguna manorethani asadi dhavado bahi. What is bahi? Bahi means external. External, outside. Yes, external, outside. Outside. Outside means what? Inside is what? Outside is what?
Outside means you can see.
Outside is body, inside is a soul. Or you can say, when you talk about the energies of Krishna, Antaranga Shakti, Bahiranga Shakti is same. You are seeing the three different potencies or energies of Krishna, which are called Shakti, energy or potencies. Internal potency is called Antaranga Shakti. External potency is called Bahiranga Shakti. And marginal potency is called, what is called? What Shakti? So many people have left. Tadastha Shakti. Yes, Tadastha Shakti. Bahiranga Shakti is called Tadastha Shakti, marginal potency. So internal potency or external potency. So the person who is not a devotee of Krishna, he is situated in his external potency. It means he is only body conscious only. He is in his illusion that he thinks he is body, and he claims himself to be very, very qualified person. I am very educated. I am having very good background. I am coming from a very good family. I am very rich. I am very handsome. I am very beautiful. These are qualities are related to body, and they are not considered qualities because this is temporary only. Asat. Asat means temporary. Asat means temporary. And it is only a conception of the mind only. It is a generated from your mind. All these things are mental concoctions only. So Arjuna is not a materialistic person. He is a devotee of Krishna. And so all those good qualities are there. And because of good qualities, he's feeling very compassionate towards his Sojana. So in the next verse, he says that, Vepaduscha sharire me Ramahasya jaye. Vepadu means what? Trembling. Vepadu means trembling. Ramahasya means what? Ramahasya. What is Ramahasya? Romancha. Yes, Romancha. Ramahasya means Romancha. Ramahasya, standing on the hair. Standing of the air on the end. It's called standing on the Romancha. And these are, Srila Prabhupada says that you have these symptoms which are basically called, there are so many symptoms which can which may be manifested in your body on on account of two reasons, either out of fear or out of
spiritual.
Yes, spiritual ecstasy or spiritual, what I can say, Ashta Sattviga Bhava, spiritual ecstasy. Yes. So there's Ashta Sattviga Bhava. 8 are they? 8 in number. Which are the last class we have discussed in last round. Children should be knowing what is this 8 Sattviga Bhavas. First is stamba. Stamba. Stamba means pillar. When you very ecstatic situation is there, you will not be able to move. You will stand like a stamba. Stamba means pillar. Immobile, become immobile because you're stuck on one place. You can't move because of ecstasy or this coming thing is coming. Because of situation like this, in so many situations you'll find like Bhima when Shishupala insulted Krishna. Bhima became very angry. But what happens is that Krishna is not allowing him to attack Shishupala. Bhima wants to kill Shishupala for insulting Krishna. But he is not having the sanction. He's not getting the permission from Krishna. So he's not able to do anything. And when because of that, it becomes like a stamba. It becomes like a pillar. So that is one. Stamba is another one of these 8 qualities. After stamba, what is called? Shweta. Shweta means what? Sweating. Sweating. Suppose you are in this situation, you are sweating profusely. Sweat will come out of your body. Sweat may come out when you are afraid also. When you're very afraid, sweat may come out. When you are in a very bad situation or very uncomfortable situation, you may start sweating. Or suppose very hot is very hot season is very hot in a hot summer, if there's no fan or anything like that, then you may start sweating. But in spiritual, this one also, thing means you, because of this so much emotions, attachment emotions, your body becomes very hot, very heated up, and the sweat comes out. And third one is what? Romancha. That is standing of the hair on end, that we have discussed, Romancha. And the fourth one is what? Shwara Bheda. Shwara Bheda means you're not able to speak properly. The voice will always break. Swara Bheda, or it is also called Swara Bhanga also. Then Vepadu. Vepadu means body is shivering. Like this has been discussed, Vepadu. Then Vaivarna, complexion, turns pale. He become pale. Arjuna became pale. Arjuna, same situation. What happened when Shishupala is insulting Krishna? Arjuna turns pale. Because of this, one he is pale. And the last one is, seventh one is Ashru. Ashru means, Ashru what? Ashru?
Eyes.
Yes, eyes, tears. Tears that coming out of eyes. Like a shower, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is said that when he's in ecstasy, when he's dancing, singing Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, he goes into his ecstasy. And then the tears are coming out of his eyes like a stream, big stream. Like a fountain. If you go to this fountainhead, no? Fountain. Have you seen fountains?
Yes.
Fountains?
Vrindavan.
Yes. When you go to Vrindavan, you have fountain is there. You'll find this water spraying off some pipes, big certain pipes and all that. This is called spraying. So his tears were spraying out of his eyes. That's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Ashru. And then the last one is Pralaya. Pralaya means swooning. You lose your consciousness, you fall down on the ground, totally unconscious. So these are Ashta Sattviga Bhava. Ashta Sattviga Bhava. That is when you are very happy. When you are seeing Krishna. Suppose you are seeing Krishna, you're able to see Krishna, or you're able to speak to him. What will be your feeling?
The words.
Yes, you'll be very happy or very sad.
Happy.
Very happy, isn't it? You're waiting for a chance to meet Krishna personally. So you what you can do is you can surrender to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada will introduce you to Krishna. Without a spiritual master, you cannot have a direct access to Krishna. The spiritual master will take your hand and hand you over to Krishna. He says, okay, this is a very nice devotee. Shashikala Mataji is a very nice devotee. She wants to serve you very well, Krishna. So Krishna will accept you. So everyone should have a dream to serve Krishna. Always have a dream or ambition or what you call desire, which is called love life, strong desire to serve Krishna as per instruction of the spiritual master, not on your own. Because we don't know what Krishna likes, what is Krishna's likes and dislikes. You don't know Krishna. Only a person who knows Krishna. Suppose I know Krishna, this Krishna. Suppose she likes Cadbury's. Somebody who doesn't know her, suppose they give you a laddu. Will she like it?
No.
You'll not know. She'll not like laddu. So I say, okay, Krishna likes Cadbury's only, not laddu or jalebi. So you give Cadbury's to her. So when you give Cadbury's to her, she'll be liking it very much. Same way, you should know Krishna's likes, what Krishna likes very much, all those things. How we, yeah.
Avil.
Yeah, Avil and all that. Yeah, I'm just mentioning. That's all. So many things Krishna likes. And how to serve Krishna, how to serve nicely, how to make good things for Krishna, how to dress up Krishna. So many things are there in connection with Krishna. And you take the instruction from your spiritual master and then you serve Krishna, you'll be assured of a passage to Vaikunta. The capital of Vaikunta is called, which is a place, Krishna's place is called what? Which is Krishna's place? Yes, Goloka Vrindavan. That is the capital of Vaikunta Pranas. So Arjuna, at this point, is not actually having the Ashtasattvika because he is a big afraid. He's afraid now because he is afraid because he has to kill these persons. So he doesn't want to do that. So all those symptoms like shivering the body, curing of the body, sweating, trembling, and all this throat getting dry, mouth getting dry. There's Samskriya Hasta that Gandivam, this big, very famous bow of Arjuna is called Gandivam. Gandivam is slipping from his hand. That means his hand is shaking, trembling. He cannot hold his bow very properly. So the bow has come out of his hand, is slipping down under the Ratha. And so many things are there. And now he says that I don't know what to do. Brahmadeva chame mana. My mind is reeling. My mind is reeling. I cannot have any control on my mind. And since I don't have any control on mind, I don't have controls on my senses, like my hands, my feet. I don't have any control. My mind, my intelligence, everything is now absorbed in the thinking of that I have to do this act, I have to go into war, I have to do wage a war. When I'm thinking of like that, I'm getting so much upset. So he says, Viparitani cha, Viparitani, everything becomes not favorable, unfavorable. Viparitani. Suppose some things are unfavorable, then you will think, why am I here? Everything sometimes unfavorable. In life, sometimes you find that exams are, we are not able to write exams. Then you are getting not health is also not very good. Then so many problems comes up. Your relationship with your friends, your relationship with your teachers, everything becomes very tense. Or suppose you are adult. No money is sometimes money is may not be there. Sometimes you may lose your job also. Things are becoming unfavorable. Then what will you do? Then we will think, why I'm here? What am I doing here? So all those things. So Arjuna is saying, why I'm here? Why I should be in the battlefield? I don't want to be in the battlefield. I want to go away from this battlefield. That's his thinking. And that is because Krishna says, Bhayam Dudhiya Abhiniveshadasya, because of fear. Bhaya means fear. A person is very afraid. He is very fearful. Why? Because he is very afraid that something may bad happen in his body or his relatives. All the fear is based on your body only. Does Saul has any fear? Does a Saul has any fear?
No, Prabhu.
Saul will not have any fear.
No.
Because Saul in his liberated stage is always very happy to render service to Krishna. But when you are inside a body, when you think that you are body only, when your attachment is to your body only, not to Krishna, then you become very afraid. What will happen next 5 years? Will I have the money to build my house? Or what will happen to my business? Suppose I am dying, what will happen to my children? What will happen to my wife? Will somebody steal away all those things? Will the thieves come and plunder my house? Will I get any disease? Will my dear ones will get some disease? So you are totally preoccupied with your body, and because of this, the fear has started. So you can understand all the fear is based on this one also. Suppose you are running a clinic, you don't have any patients, and then you start studying, if the patients are not coming, how will I pay the rent? How will I pay the bank loan? How will I pay the installments? All those things will come to your mind. Isn't it? These are all fear only. And these are based on your body only. So Arjuna becomes body conscious. This is called body consciousness, not Krishna consciousness. It's called body consciousness. Atma Deha Buddhi. Atma Deha Buddhi. You are identifying yourself with this body. You means we means soul. Atma Deha Buddhi. The soul is identifying with the body. Now Arjuna is not exactly doing that. So next coming verses, he will describe many other reasons also why he will not fight. Then we'll see all those reasons. Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I have a doubt, Prabhuji.
Yes, please.
Prabhuji, last class you told Madan Mohan, Krishna's one name, and Madhava. Those two meanings I forgot, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Madan Mohan. Madhava means Ma means Lakshmi. Dhava means husband. So husband of Lakshmi. That's how the Ma means Madhava came.
Okay,
Madana Mohana means one who has bewildered Madana. Madana means Cupid. You know Madana. The story of Madana. Madana means Cupid. Madana means Cupid. Cupid. C-U-P-I-D. There is a person who is always, he makes a lot of mischief. Like they're trying to create lust between man and woman. His main business is to do that. So once he tried to do this Shiva, and Shiva opened his third eye, and Madana became what he was burnt to ashes. So the name of Krishna Shiva is called Madana Dahana. Madana Dahana. But Krishna, what happens when Madana wanted to lure Krishna into this lusty business? What Madana does, Cupid does is he shoots his arrows. His arrows are made of flowers. His arrows are made of flowers. When you shoot the arrow, suppose it hits you, then the lust enters your heart. So Madana is looking at Krishna. He sees that there are a lot of gopis around him. So he wants to create some lust inside Krishna. So he's looking at Krishna and trying to shoot. But then when you are looking at Krishna, what happens? He becomes totally absorbed in Krishna. So beautiful. You cannot change and take your eyes off Krishna. Gopi says that why I'm having eyelids? They are cursing Brahma. Why we are given these eyelids? Because of eyelid, we have to close. And when you're closing eyelid, for that fraction of a second, I'm not able to see Krishna, my dear Krishna. It's so beautiful, so attractive. So Madana looks at Krishna, then he swoons and falls down. So that is called, it's called Madana Mohana. And Radharani is called Madana Mohana Mohini. Krishna attracts everyone, but Krishna himself is attracted by Radharani only. So Radharani's name is Madana Mohana Mohini.
Okay.
Right.
One doubt.
Yes, please, Krishna.
Does Bhima has two sons?
Bhima, yes, one son is very famous. It's called Ghadol Gaja. You know Ghadol Gaja?
Yes, yes, Prabhu.
Ghadol Gaja. I don't know how many sons Bhima really has, because he has married. He has got wives also, and from Draupadi also has got son, isn't it? We have said that Draupadeya. Draupadi has five sons of Draupadi. One is from Bhima only. I think I have given the name also. So that two sons are already there. One from Draupadi, one from Hidumbi. So Ghadol Gaja is son of Bhima.
Hidimbi.
Okay.
Hidimbi.
Okay, Prabhu.
Hidimbi.
Prabhuji, why Krishna is called Achyuta? Achyutam.
Achyuta. Achyuta means one who never falls down. Chudi means falling. Achyuta means one who doesn't fall down. One who is not attracted by bound by his gunas. Now we are fallen. We are Krishna's parts only, but the parts has got a tendency to fall down. We are bewildered by the energy of Krishna, the external energy of Krishna, which is we call Maya. So we are prone to fall to Maya, but Krishna is always above. He's a master of Maya. Since he's a master of Maya, he will not fall to Maya. May Shankaracharya and all that will say so many different things. But Krishna is a master of Maya. Krishna is a master of Jiva also. All those are energies of Krishna. So Krishna is a master of everyone. So Krishna doesn't fall down to Maya. That's why he's called Achyuta. And he is always maintaining the same position. He never changes his position.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I have a doubt. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Whatever your doubts, please tell us. Whatever is able to us, we are telling. Another advantage is that when you are raising some doubts, others are also getting benefited.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Actually, I am reading Bhagavatam also every day. One adhyaya. I am reading one chapter in Srimad Bhagavatam. Also, I am reading, but I have lots of doubts there.
Okay, you can. We have Bhagavatam classes also, but our classes are conducted in Malayalam only, morning 8 to 9. Now this is class night 8 to 9. We have morning 8 to 9 classes there. That is in Srimad Bhagavatam, but that's in vernacular. That's Malayalam only, local language. But if you have any doubts, what I say, maybe if I'm able to clear it, I'd be happy to do that. So you write down whatever doubts you have. Either you can call me or you can send me this note, whichever you want to do.
Okay. Right. Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Right.
Hare Krishna.
So, Krishna, you know Narasim. Can you sing Narasimha? Kirtan?
I know only two Nitya Gaure.
Okay, no problem. Let's see how much you can do.
Okay, Prabhu. Namaste Narasimhaya Prahlathalathataini Hiranyakashipo Rakshaha Shilathankanakhale Yatho Narsimha Parato Narsimha Yato Yamitato Narsimha Mahe Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha Narasimha Adim Sharanam Prapate Tava Karakamallavare Naga Arbuda Sringa Talita Hiranyakashibu Tanubringa Keshavadrida Narahari Ruba Jajagadisha Hare Jajagadisha Hare Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narasimhadev Jaya Narahari Jaya Narahari Jaya Narahari Jaya Narahari Nitya Gaure Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol.
Okay, right. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum Julandam Sarvadomukham Narsimham Vishnam Badram Mrityum Namamiham Shri Narasimha Jai Narasimha Jai Jai Shri Narasimha प्रहलादेशा जय पद्मा मुख पद्मवृंदाम शुद्ध भक्ति विघ्न विनाशकारी श्री नरसिंहदेव भगवान की वैष्णव भक्त शेष प्रहलाद महाराज की जय गो प्रेमानंदे वंचा कल्पद्रुभ्यश्च नंद कोടി वैष्णव वृंद की समाचार्य दास ठाकुर की श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय गो प्रेमानंदे. Okay, we'll see Thursday. Now